Hi, everybody. I hope that today is a better day for you and that you're just feeling better today than yesterday, and that would be so great. And I would love to talk today about once you're getting ready to start walking out into the world again. And I know a lot of you with advanced stages are perhaps preparing for this or thinking about this and how do I approach it. And I just wanted to give some helpful tips on what I did, and maybe it can help you on your journey back out into the world. I remember I started to have little goals once I started to feel I had a little bit more energy uh, in my reserves. So I remember my coach from Dr. Lamb said, "Why don't you try sitting out on the deck for like 5 minutes and see how you feel?" And I thought that was great advice. Not if it's really, really hot. The temperature should not be cold, should not be hot. It should be a nice even temperature that your body doesn't have to stress out to regulate. And so just nice weather that's comfortable for you. So even if you have to wear a jacket, just something that is comfortable where you don't have to stress out about it. So I remember doing that for like 5 minutes. And then it didn't have to be the next day. It could have been the following day. I do another 5 minutes. And I started to see how I felt. And if I felt good, then I would tack on more time. And I remember being extra cautious about these um, little incremental step ups because I didn't want to throw myself under the bus. And we all know what being under the bus is like. It is not fun at all because I had no desire to start back over again. So I would do that. And then if I felt very well doing that, then I realized, okay, my next goal is like going out and going to this curb near where I live. And I'd walk to that curb. The next thing would be, I wanted to touch this tree. So I went out to touch that tree. The next one was like, I wanted to walk to the mailbox. So I walked to the mailbox. And I would start to build on those things gradually. And if I did well, that was just obviously so amazing. And then I would add some time onto it or a little bit of a longer distance. But if I didn't, I wouldn't beat myself up. I would just be like, okay, just stay at that point and do that a couple of times. Do that as many times as you need to feel comfortable with going on to the next step. It's not a race. It's about seeing how your body feels going through these different steps and reassessing along the way. Because we're just going back out into the world, we're also adapting to a lot of different things that we're not used to any longer. So we have to take that into consideration. And so then what I found myself doing was I got into the car and drove with my partner and drove up the hill and came back. And I would be proud of myself for all of these things. Be proud of yourself for doing them because you're just going back out into the world and it's been a long time and you've been through an amazing thing and you're just starting to rebuild your outside capacity. So everything should be acknowledged as an amazing thing. Be proud of yourself, congratulate yourself, and don't wait for anybody to acknowledge you about it. You celebrate you for doing it because all of these steps are amazing. And I didn't celebrate enough for what I did. And that's why I'm telling you, please celebrate each and every one of these achievements because they are great. Then I found myself like getting into the car, driving a little bit, you know, more and then coming back. Then it was driving to the grocery store, sitting in the parking lot, waiting, and then coming back. It was always about adding a little bit more if I felt up to it. You know, even if I stayed the same, if I felt comfortable staying the same with the same distance before, I would. It's all in what you feel comfortable with. Um, and then I finally entered the grocery store. Still, all of this my partner's driving. I went into the grocery store. I putzed around in there, did some shopping, saw how my senses were functioning out there with all the stimulation. I had all the tools and strategies um, that I used while I was healing, that I relied on, and those helped me tremendously. And I didn't have that anxiety like I did, you know, like during the crash or before the crash. It was much calmer because I had all these strategies already in place during my healing. And I was healing, so I didn't have so much anxiety as I did before. So everything is about building, slow, gradual building. Because if you think about it, we're readapting to a lot of different things that we aren't used to any longer because we've been inside for so long. And that takes a minute. Absolutely, that takes a minute. But it is to be celebrated. It is to feel much gratitude. It is to thank the body and yourself for coming this distance. And of course, you know all of the energy and, oh, wow, all that you've been through to get you to this place. That needs to be acknowledged and celebrated. Excuse me. And please do that for yourself. And I know you will get there. You'll do what you have to do to get there. And if you have any questions regarding that whole system that I did, please don't hesitate to ask. I am available anytime. And I just wanted to give you those helpful tips. And there is also, you know, more to talk about with getting together with people, you know, I'll do that on another video, but let's just talk about like just introducing yourself to the outside world for now in those steps. And I will talk about functioning in the outside world with people, getting together with people and that sort of thing in another video. All right, well, I hope this was extremely helpful for you. And please, if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe, I would so greatly appreciate your help with that. And please take care. Bye-bye.